Okay, hi. So I had a problem with my Echo CS-355T climbing saw. I was using it for a while, and my kill switch on the handle would not kill the saw anymore, so I had to use the choke it out, turn it off. But obviously that presented problems, and then I go to restart it, and it takes like 10 pulls sometimes. And I didn't want to keep doing that, obviously, and I needed to get it fixed. So I came back here to figure out what it was. I took my top handle apart, and in taking it apart, all of the pieces inside the top handle just kind of, it was way more complicated than I thought. So it fell apart, and it's been a chore to put it back together. I searched YouTube to try to find a video that would help me put it back together, and I could not find one. There was no video that I could find that specifically showed how to take apart and put back together the inside of the top handle of the Echo CS-355T. So because I had to go through the work and figure it out myself, I figured I may as well hopefully help somebody else with the little that I was able to figure out. So let me show you what I have, what I believe is correct. So when you open it up, there are a few pieces here. You've got your kill switch, which is, it goes in the corner, and there's a piece of a plastic pin in the corner here, and it wraps around it and it comes down. So what happens is you flip your switch here, as you flip your kill switch backwards, it presses it and connects that right there. So see how it connects? That is how your kill switch works. Okay, and then your choke is obviously has nothing to do with the kill switch, but when you come back like this, it's going to pull on the wire in here and rotate and push this wire back and open your choke. So so this piece is there. What you want to do is make sure that your copper wire is in there snug, and that this is on the rotating on that spot. Once that's in, you've got two of these long wires. One of them is for the choke, and the other is for the kill switch. So one is longer than the other, and if you look, okay, so if you look, then you've got two different wires like this, okay? Let's line them both up the same height. One's longer than the other, but then also one of the ends are longer than the other as well, okay? So the longer one is going to be the one for your choke and your kill switch, and the shorter one is the one for your trigger, for your throttle. Okay, so let's take the longer one. It's going to go, lay it down in the handle with the straight end. So you've got a crooked end and a straight end. The straight end is going to go in the hole of the throttle there. All right, so that's in. Then you need to take your trigger, and there's a post that it hinges on. So right here's your kill switch. Right here is a post. I believe this post actually goes on the other side of the handle, but mine broke, and it fits inside a hole here. So what you're gonna do is either take the switch and put it on the post on this side, or what I'm doing is I'm taking my trigger, putting it on the post in the hole on this side here. And then your trigger needs to stay on top, right? See how it catches right there? You obviously don't want it, underneath, because that will do no good trying to pull your trigger up. So make sure it's on the right side. And you're going to take that other wire, and you're going to come in underneath here and hook this hole here, but from this side. not this side. So I come in from this side here, bring it under, hook it in here. Like that, and then rotate the throttle control wire around and lay it with the other wire that you got so that you've got it underneath. Okay. Make sure your trigger's on top. There we go. Lay that in there. Okay. All right, once you've got these two control wires from the trigger and the kill switch, then is the tricky part. A spring. Can't lose that. Okay. Then you've got your spring. This is the spring control for the trigger. And this is the part that took me the longest to figure out what direction this goes on your trigger. So you've got three parts to this. You've got the hook right here. Let's see if I can, the best way to show you. This hook right there, you can see it hooks. You've got the coil, and you've got, I just call the wire, the straight wire, okay? So you've got the straight wire here, and figuring out where the straight wire goes is what was stumping me, but I got the solution. So this coil is gonna go around the hinge post of your trigger. So on your trigger, let me just take this off real quick here. On your trigger here, it'll look like this. So it's going to be in there. You're going to pull up like this, right? This right here is your hinge post, and your wire is going to go around that hinge post, okay? So the hook needs to go on top of the trigger here. So it'll be like this on there, and then it'll wrap around and lay on top like that, okay? Then you've got to get this piece here, this end, in order to create the spring, right? This end is gonna go in here, right? In there, like that, okay? And then this is your palm, your safety palm catch, right? So you grab the handle, palm pushes down on this, which lifts up on this part here like that, and allows the trigger to go up in there. Without that, it catches there and you can't pull the trigger up. So that's how that works. And again, this is going to go in here, so it'll look a lot like that. And then you push down on the palm, and then your trigger can go up. So, okay, so that's where that's going to go. Let's put the trigger back on, and then the coil spring. So. All right. When you go to put the handle on, you've got to take these wires from the throttle and the kill switch. You got to put them through the hole in the handle here. Keep everything else where it should stay. Do your best. Okay, so that's there, it's in the hole. Now I want to get it close and lined up where it's going to go, and then I'm going to reach in with a spring So this is going to go on the post here. And I'll set that down there. It needs to go inside. Let me see if I can bring this closer. So the palm safety is going to go inside. See how it catches right there? It's got to go inside, but I don't want it to go down yet, so I'm going to set it there. All right, now I want to put the spring on. That spring likes to disappear. All right, so I'm going to reach in with this and get it on the trigger, the hinge post of that trigger. And then have the hook catch on the top of that trigger like I showed you. And then this is going to come down. And I need to get it, I'm going to hold everything with my right hand. This is going to come back out. I'm going to put it on this side of the spring. I really want to show you a different angle. All right, we're gonna use my chainsaw handle. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna take the spring right here, and I'm gonna put this on this post right here, and the spring in there. Okay. And I'm using my right hand to keep everything kind of tidy until I can get it closer. There we go. All right, let's try to keep it. That seems to be working. Trigger seems to be in the right spot. Uh-oh, something's not right. That seems to be working. This will be tighter. You can see it moving right here. You can see it moving so that'll be tighter once everything's in. That's working. The trigger seems really tight. Why does it seem so tight? The trigger's caught. All right, let's take a look again. Okay, I'm gonna get the spring on the trigger. Hook the trigger, bring the spring down. Let's try to hold everything in place with my right hand again. Put that there. All right, get this palm safety on the post and then get the wire in the hole. All right. It's not a very strong spring. It doesn't need to be, but it's still a spring and it's spring loaded. So I'm trying not to let go of it until I have to. See? Let's put this spring on this side of that post. Get this on there again. Get it in that hole there. All right. See how I got it, the spring right there in the catch of that palm. Put that on the post. Oh, it came out. I'm gonna keep trying until I get it. Kind of need my saw. My trigger. There we go. Oh shoot, now the copper kill switch is coming out. Let's see if I can get that in there. All right, let's try this again. I think that post that the hinge is supposed to be on is broken. It's supposed to be on that side, and that is making it harder to get the trigger on. I don't think normally you have to hold it like I do. I think normally you just slide the spring on the trigger like this, and then slide this on the post, and then it would be caught there. But because mine broke here, I'm trying to make it work without having to buy a $50 handle. is regular. I think if I get this screw through the center, it's going to help me hold everything in place as a pin. Let's do wrong camera. There we go. Okay. So the trigger does not work unless I push that. And it's sprung well, both are springing well. This is flipping into the kill switch spot nicely. All right, I think it's good.